Welcome back to the channel, everyone. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because today, we're diving into a topic that can completely transform your life. Unstoppable You. Harnessing motivation for success. Whether you're chasing after personal goals, climbing the career ladder, or striving to improve your health, staying motivated is one of the most powerful tools you can use to achieve success. But we all know that motivation isn't always easy to come by, right? Some days, it feels like the universe is working against you, and you just can't find the spark to keep going. Well, that ends today. In this video, we're going to delve deep into motivation, what it really is, how you can tap into it when you need it the most, and the ultimate strategies to make sure you stay motivated, even on your toughest days. So, buckle up, because this is going to be a journey, one that might just ignite the fire inside of you and help you become unstoppable. Segment 1. Understanding motivation. Before we get into the how, let's start with the what. What is motivation? Motivation is the internal drive that propels you toward a goal. It's what gets you out of bed in the morning, what pushes you to complete a task, and ultimately, it's what determines whether you succeed or not. In fact, motivation can be the difference between someone who just dreams about success and someone who actually achieves it. Now, motivation comes in two types: intrinsic and extrinsic. Intrinsic motivation comes from within. It's the passion, joy, and sense of fulfillment you feel when working towards something you care about. Think about how you feel when you're working on a project that excites you or when you're doing something that aligns with your core values. Extrinsic motivation, on the other hand, is driven by external rewards or pressures. It could be the promise of a bonus at work, recognition from others, or even avoiding negative consequences like failure or criticism. Both types of motivation are important, but intrinsic motivation is often more sustainable in the long term. Why? Because it's connected to your deeper sense of purpose. It's the reason why someone might train for a marathon, not for the medal, but because they enjoy pushing their physical limits. Now, let's break down how to tap into both types of motivation. Segment 2. The power of purpose. One of the most effective ways to fuel your motivation is by connecting it to a greater purpose. Think about your goals for a moment. Do they align with your values? Are they tied to something you deeply care about? When your goals have a sense of purpose, it's much easier to stay motivated. This is why successful people often talk about their core reason for doing what they do. Having a clear, strong sense of purpose gives you the mental resilience to power through challenges and setbacks because you're not just working for an external reward. You're working for something that matters to you on a deeper level. So, how can you identify your purpose? Well, start by asking yourself: 1. What do I value most? 2. What kind of impact do I want to have on the world? 3. What gets me excited to wake up every morning? Once you've answered these questions, you'll have a clearer picture of the purpose driving your goals. This purpose will become your anchor during tough times, helping you to push forward, no matter the obstacles. Segment 3. The science of motivation. Alright, we've talked about the importance of purpose, but what's happening in your brain when you're motivated? Is there a secret formula to unlocking that drive? Yes, there is. Motivation is heavily tied to certain chemicals in the brain, most notably dopamine. Dopamine is often called the feel-good neurotransmitter because it plays a role in reward, pleasure, and motivation. When you accomplish something, even something small, your brain releases dopamine, which makes you feel good and encourages you to keep going. But here's the thing: dopamine is most effectively released when you achieve small wins. That's why it's important to break down your larger goals into smaller, more achievable steps. Each time you complete one of those steps, your brain releases dopamine, reinforcing your drive to keep going. Tip number 1. Set small, achievable goals that lead up to your ultimate objective. Each small win you accomplish will build momentum and fuel your motivation to keep going. Segment 4. Building habits for success. Now that we understand the science behind motivation, let's talk about how to build lasting habits that keep you motivated over time. Motivation is often fleeting, so relying solely on it to achieve long-term success isn't the best strategy. Instead, you need to build a system of habits that support your goals and reinforce your motivation. Here are some strategies to help you build lasting habits. Start small. When building new habits, start with tiny actions that are easy to incorporate into your day. For example, if your goal is to get fit, start by committing to 10 minutes of exercise a day. Once that becomes routine, you can increase the intensity or duration. Be consistent. Habits are built through repetition. The more consistent you are with your actions, the more ingrained they will become in your daily routine. Even if you don't feel motivated, stick to the habit for the sake of consistency. Track your progress. Keeping a log of your progress can serve as a great motivator. Whether it's tracking workouts, reading goals, or writing a page a day, seeing your progress on paper can give you a sense of accomplishment. Surround yourself with support. Accountability partners can help you stay on track. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, or a community group, having someone to check in with can boost your commitment to your goals. Remember, motivation thrives when you have a system in place that makes it easier to stay on track, even when the initial excitement fades away. Segment 5. Overcoming obstacles. No matter how strong your motivation is, obstacles will always arise. The road to success is rarely a straight line. In fact, it's often filled with detours, challenges, and even failures. So, how do you keep your motivation intact when things aren't going as planned? Embrace failure. It's easy to lose motivation when you experience setbacks. But here's the truth. Failure isn't the end of the road, it's part of the journey. Successful people don't see failure as a permanent roadblock, they see it as a learning experience. Instead of giving up, ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Stay flexible. Sometimes, you'll need to adjust your goals or change your approach. Motivation wanes when you feel stuck in one way of doing things. Be open to trying new strategies, pivoting your plans, or even revisiting your why. Practice resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks. It's one of the key traits of successful people. Develop a resilient mindset by focusing on solutions instead of problems and practicing self-compassion when things don't go as planned. Segment 6. The role of positive thinking. Let's talk about mindset for a second. How you think about yourself and your abilities can have a profound impact on your motivation. Positive thinking doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. Instead, it's about focusing on the possibilities and seeing challenges as opportunities for growth. When you maintain a positive mindset, you're more likely to take action, persist through adversity, and believe that success is within your reach. To harness the power of positive thinking. 1. Affirmations. Start your day by repeating positive affirmations. 1. Statements like, I am capable, I am making progress, and success is within my reach, can rewire your brain for success. 2. Visualization. Take a few minutes each day to visualize your success. 2. Imagine yourself achieving your goals, feeling the emotions of accomplishment, and experiencing the benefits of your hard work. 3. Surround yourself with positivity. Choose to surround yourself with people, books, and content that inspire you. 3. Positive influences can uplift your mindset and keep you motivated. Segment 7. The importance of self-care. Finally, let's talk about the role of self-care in staying motivated. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're not taking care of your body, mind, and spirit, your motivation will quickly fade away. Here are a few self-care practices that can keep your motivation levels high. 1. Sleep. Ensure you're getting enough rest. 1. Sleep is vital for mental clarity, emotional resilience, and physical energy. 2. Nutrition. Fuel your body with nutrient-dense foods that support brain function and energy levels. 3. Exercise. Regular physical activity boosts mood and increases energy, making it easier to stay motivated throughout the day. 4. Mindfulness. Meditation, journaling, or simply taking time to reflect can help you stay grounded and maintain focus on your goals. Segment 8. Creating a successful environment. We've discussed motivation, mindset, and habits, but there's one more critical factor that plays a massive role in whether you succeed or not: your environment. The environment you create around yourself can either fuel your motivation or drain it. Let's start with your physical environment. Think about the space where you work, study, or spend most of your time. Is it cluttered? Distracting? Does it inspire you to do your best work, or does it leave you feeling stressed and unfocused? A chaotic or uninspiring space can sap your energy and motivation. On the flip side, an organized, clean, and visually appealing space can uplift your mood and make you feel more energized. Here are some tips to optimize your physical environment. 1. Declutter your workspace. A clean, organized space can improve focus and reduce stress. 2. Create a vision board. Surround yourself with visuals that remind you of your goals, photos, quotes, or anything that symbolizes what you're working toward. 3. Add elements that inspire you. This could be plants, artwork, or even motivational quotes that keep you inspired and energized. Now, let's talk about your social environment. The people you surround yourself with have a profound impact on your motivation. Are you surrounded by people who uplift you, challenge you, and encourage you to be your best? Or do you find yourself in environments that are toxic, draining, or full of negativity? Tip number 2. If you want to stay motivated, it's crucial to surround yourself with people who inspire you. Whether it's friends, mentors, or like-minded individuals, your social circle should be filled with positive, goal-oriented people who can offer support, encouragement, and constructive feedback when needed. On the other hand, if certain relationships are holding you back or draining your energy, it might be time to reconsider how much time and energy you invest in them. Motivation thrives when you feel supported, understood, and connected to people who share similar values. Segment 9. Staying motivated through the hard times. Narrator. Let's face it, there will be moments when staying motivated feels impossible. You'll face obstacles, doubts, and days when nothing seems to go right. But this is where your true strength lies, in how you respond to those challenges. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, and it's an essential ingredient in sustaining motivation over time. To be resilient means to accept that difficulties are a natural part of the process and to continue moving forward even when things aren't going your way. Here are some ways to build resilience and stay motivated through the hard times. 1. Reframe challenges as opportunities. Instead of seeing setbacks as failures, view them as learning opportunities. 1. Ask yourself, what can I take away from this experience? 2. Take a break, but don't quit. Sometimes, all you need is a short break to reset. 2. Stepping away from a project or task for a little while can help you gain perspective and return with fresh energy. 3. Stay connected to your why. When things get tough, revisit your purpose and remind yourself why you're working toward this goal in the first place. 3. Reconnecting with your deeper motivations can reignite your drive. Tip number 3. When you feel like quitting, that's often the moment when you're closest to a breakthrough. Push through the discomfort, stay focused, and keep reminding yourself that every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. Segment 10. The long-term game. Sustaining motivation. Sustaining motivation is a long-term game. Many people start strong but lose momentum over time. How do you avoid this? It all comes down to discipline, consistency, and adaptability. Discipline is about sticking to your goals even when the initial excitement fades. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. Motivation is the spark, but discipline is the fire that keeps it burning. Consistency is what ensures that you're making progress, day in and day out. Even when motivation wanes, staying consistent in your efforts will carry you through. Consistency is what transforms ordinary actions into extraordinary results. And then there's adaptability. Life is unpredictable, and things won't always go according to plan. To stay motivated long term, you have to be willing to adjust and pivot when necessary. Embrace change, be flexible, and adjust your methods as needed. Tip number 4. Make success a habit. Focus on creating systems and routines that align with your goals. These systems should be simple enough to stick with in the long run but powerful enough to produce the results you want. Segment 11. Learning from others. The power of mentors. Sometimes, the fastest way to stay motivated and on track is by learning from those who've already achieved what you're trying to accomplish. Mentorship can be a game changer. A mentor is someone who has been there before. They've walked the path you're on and can offer guidance, advice, and encouragement. Whether it's a business mentor, a fitness coach, or someone who's excelled in your field, having someone who believes in you and can provide insights can give you the clarity and motivation you need to keep going. Tip number 5. Seek out mentors who inspire you. Whether they're in your personal network or someone you admire from afar, learn from their experiences, and don't be afraid to ask questions. But mentors aren't just for guidance, they also hold you accountable. Knowing someone is there to check in on your progress can be a huge motivator to keep going. Segment 12. Motivation in the face of setbacks. So, what do you do when life throws a curveball? Maybe a project you worked hard on falls through, or a personal setback knocks you off track. It's easy to let those moments of disappointment derail your progress, but you must learn how to keep your motivation intact despite setbacks. Here are some steps to maintain your drive during tough times. 1. Accept what you can't change. There will always be external factors that are beyond your control. 1. Accepting that life won't always go according to plan can help you focus on what you can control. 2. Refocus your energy. When you face setbacks, don't spend all your energy on what went wrong. 2. Instead, focus on what you can do next. 2. Look for new opportunities, reset your strategy, and keep pushing forward. 3. Celebrate progress, not perfection. When things aren't going the way you planned, it's easy to feel discouraged. 3. But it's important to celebrate every small victory along the way. 3. Recognize the progress you've made, no matter how small it seems. Tip number 6. Don't let failure define you. Instead, let it refine you. Every setback is an opportunity for growth. Use those moments as stepping stones to move closer to your ultimate success. Segment 13. The role of gratitude in motivation. If you want to stay motivated, developing a practice of gratitude can be one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. It helps you appreciate the journey, not just the destination. Practicing gratitude daily can have a profound impact on your mindset and motivation. It reminds you of the progress you've made and the blessings you currently have, which fuels positive emotions and a greater sense of fulfillment. Tip number 7. Start each day by writing down 3 things you're grateful for. This simple practice helps you cultivate an abundance mindset and puts you in the right frame of mind to take on the day.